Hello everybody, welcome to my new subscribers. Thank you so much, and welcome to my existing subscribers who have been with me for some time. Thank you so much for your subscribes and your likes. I really do appreciate it. This reading is for Virgo. It's for your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus sign. It's also a timeless reading, so it'll be for you whenever you reach it. And just keep in mind it's a general reading, so it can pick up on any area of your life. It can also pick up on somebody that you're dealing with, so if you need to reverse the roles, please do. And this is an energy check-in for where you are right now, Virgo, and any help, guidance and advice. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. What is the message for Virgo? What can we tell Virgo, please? So I'm definitely hearing trust your intuition. The guidance I'm hearing from Spirit right now is to trust your intuition and try not to overanalyze things. Whoop. That Seven of Swords popped out the deck there, and I was trying to get it back in and it didn't want to go. So that really, what I'm also getting from that card as well, is that you could be doubting yourself, deceiving yourself. And that is why you're being guided to trust your intuition. Oh, you've got the sun popping out there. Beautiful. So, where is Virgo right now, please? Current energy for Virgo. You've got 3 cards. Wowza. So you have the 2 of Cups. You also have the Knight of Cups. And you have the Ace of Swords. So definitely with that Ace of Swords, that's okay. That's really guiding you to have control over your ways of thinking. So the message I was receiving from Spirit, shuffling the cards, was definitely about, so there's definitely a little overthinking here, overanalyzing. And there's a need really to balance more than anything. I feel balance. It's about balancing your ways of thinking, how you think about things, and how it's almost like sometimes you let the overthought overwhelm a little bit as well. And again, with the 2 of Cups, this is about that balance. There's a need for balance, definitely. And I feel this is a balance for most of you within you. It's a balance for you. Being at one with yourself, feeling comfortable with yourself. And again, I'm hearing about the intuition. So rather than let the overthinking and the overwhelm of that analytical thought rather than let that stop you, you're being guided to find that balance within you so that you can pay attention to your intuition and you can flow more easily. So the overthought, maybe, I feel like the overthought is over something new, starting something new with this Ace of Swords. So there is a desire here with this Knight of Cups as well. There's a desire, there's a passion, and there's a focus, you know. There's something here that you're focused upon doing, a desire, you're desiring doing, that you're really passionate about doing. But it's almost like you let the overthinking overwhelm the situation. So I feel like the guidance here for you is to really work on balancing and becoming one with yourself. So you may really need to balance out your inner masculine, feminine energies. So really work on trusting your intuition and trusting it so much that it gives you that control over your thoughts. It stops you spiraling into that overthinking and that overwhelm. And then once you've mastered that, once you've really got in tune and you've balanced out that inner feminine and masculine energy, you can then flow very easily with your intuition, which then leads to that action with the masculine energy. So you're being guided. We've got this Knight of Cups in the middle. You're being encouraged to focus upon what this is. So maintain that focus, keep the desire, keep the passion for doing it, because there's a real urge to not continue with your passion because of the overthinking that just spirals and it leaves you overwhelmed. And what you don't want happening is your overthought to prevent you from following what this is that you're really desiring, that you're very passionate about. Now, for some of you, this could be a brand new relationship with somebody. Maybe you've had someone come into your life with this Knight of Cups that is very romantic, wears their heart upon their sleeve, is very charming and very focused upon you. Maybe you've had that offer of love and there's the potential of a union here, like the beginning of a really nice relationship. And maybe you're overwhelmed. Maybe you're analysing this new relationship and it's preventing you from going ahead and making a go of this. But again, you're really being guided to not let this overwhelm and this analytical thought process prevent you from beginning something new, whether it's a relationship or whether it's something personal to yourself. But it's something that's going to bring in a lot of joy. It's going to give you that sense of balance within as well. And it's going to give you that sense of union, whether that's within yourself or with somebody else. Maybe it's you that wants to make a love offer to somebody else. Maybe you're ready for a new relationship. It's just your mindset that you need to prepare. Ready for when, you find somebody that you want to partner up with. This can also be friendship as well. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Any offer of love, any union regarding love. Oh, and you've got the Page of Cups on the bottom there. So this is definitely about tapping into your intuition. Is absolutely what you're being guided to. Listen to your intuition, but follow your heart as well, because there's a real desire, there's a real passion to do something here. And the Page of Cups is somebody that follows their heart, regardless of whether they don't let their mind control the way, let's say. They go solely on what their heart and soul desires. So even if something, it's like stepping into that naivety again, isn't it? It's about just trusting that what is for you will be yours, you know. And it's that saying, if something sounds too good to be true, then it usually is. But I feel like the guidance here is, regardless of that phrase, you're being guided to step into that naivety, that vulnerability, and just take a chance anyway. Yeah. So try and ignore the thought, try and ignore the analyzing that you've got going on in your head, and just completely follow your heart and trust your intuition, because your intuition will never steer you wrong. And that does sound like a scary process for some of you. I can sense that, to be honest. And now you've got another page. You've got the Page of Swords. So, okay, some of you may be doing a little bit of a background check on this situation. Some of you may be, if this is a relationship, some of you could be finding out more information on this person. You could be looking on their social media. It can sometimes represent a stalking energy, and stalking being taken lightly. It's just finding out more about this person, being inquisitive, wanting to know more. So whether this is a relationship or however this resonates for you in this reading, there is a sense of wanting to seek more information, find out more, learn more about something or someone. And again, it comes back to your intuition. It doesn't matter how much you research, how much information you seek. Your intuition alone will guide you in the right direction, and it's about paying attention to it. So there's definitely a need to calm down the chatter in your mind. Try not to let your analytical mind take over any situation, because there's definitely a need to balance here. There's a need for balance, and there's a need to gain control over your thought process, and definitely listen to your intuition. And with the Fool there looking at me on the bottom of the deck, you're definitely being guided to take a risk, step out there, be vulnerable, trust the process, trust that your intuition is going to lead you in the right direction. Have faith, remain hopeful. It's all about vulnerability and naivety. It's about being a child again, even for some of you. Just trust and take a risk. If you don't take a risk, if you don't take a gamble, you'll never know. And the worst thing to do is to sit there saying, what if I did this and what if I did that? Like, nobody wants to sit and think that. What if I'd have done that? What if I'd have took up this person's offer? I could have stepped into a beautiful relationship or a beautiful friendship, a union, a new business, a new job, a new project. High Priestess, trust your intuition. Let your higher self guide the way. That inner voice will speak to you. And pay attention, because that inner voice can be very subtle and quiet. But you'll feel it. What else, please, for Virgo? It's almost like if you trust your intuition and you pay attention and you work with your guides, your angels, they really will, they'll subtly drop hints. They'll nudge you along the way. And it can be very, why am I hearing obscure? I'm being given obscure. So obscure, it may not be very clear to you. Okay, thank you. It may not be very clear to you, the nudges and the the nudges and the signs might be subtle. So you're really being guided to pay attention to your intuition. And with this 10 of Swords here, they're trying to help you release any baggage. Sorry, 10 of Wands. I can't read. They're really helping you lay down any overwhelm. It seems to be overwhelm. And obviously this can represent baggage you've been carrying, responsibilities, just weight on your shoulders, really. And I feel like you're putting more weight on your shoulders by your ways of thinking. And it's almost like it's exhausting you. It's making you feel tired. So Spirit are really trying to move you away from that. And you really are being guided to trust your intuition. I keep hearing that over and over. Really pay attention to your intuition, because they're helping you lay down these burdens now. Virgo. What else for Virgo? Whoop. Thank you. Those two went spinning. There's that 7 of Swords. I had a feeling that might crop out there. So the 7 of Swords, this is you strategically finding out new information, more information, digging deep. But mainly, I feel this message is about doubting yourself. This is self-doubt. And again, instead of focusing on doubting yourself so much, deceiving yourself by overthinking, overanalyzing the situation, you're really being guided to trust your intuition. And when you pay attention to your intuition, light will be shed upon the situation. But first you need to put down what's exhausting. First you need to put down what's weighing heavy. Because when you've really worked on putting them down, really worked on controlling your ways of thinking, worked on that self-doubt, that deceiving yourself by your ways of thinking. Once you've laid those burdens down, you can really, really work upon balancing yourself, becoming one with yourself, taking care of yourself, following your passions. But yeah, it is going to require quite a lot of strength. But what's also required is more confidence, you know? To go after anything that you're passionate about, to go after something or somebody that you love, you need to have the strength and the determination to do that. Absolutely. You really do. This is Leo energy. We also have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and air energy. We've got all energies apart from Pentacles. It's very much regarding your ways of thinking. Absolutely. But there is something you're focused on, there's something you're passionate about, and there's something here that you love or would love to do. And it just takes more strength, more courage, and more self-confidence. Yeah. And there we have the Justice on the bottom of the deck. Because a balance needs to come in. You're needing balance, and through reaching that sense of balance comes in that complete sense of peace. You know, you can look back on the situation and just be grateful that you've reached this point here with the Justice card. Peace of mind. It's Libra energy, air energy again, and it's all about balance. It's about equality, fairness, everyone being treated in a fair manner. And you're really treating yourself unkindly, and you're not treating yourself in a fair manner by continuously doubting yourself, over analyzing a situation. And it really is exhausting. I mean, some of you are that exhausted, you could literally be recovering from illnesses right now. When you have so much negativity weighing you down, it can make you feel physically tired, but it can make you feel physically unwell. So spirit are really guiding you to reach that sense of balance, reach that peace of mind, you know. It's all about balance, but it's all about trusting your intuition as well, paying attention to your intuition. The Hierophant. So absolutely a life lesson here to be learned. This is all about your belief systems as well. Maybe some of you have a very rigid belief system. Maybe some of you are religious in a sense, which gives you that one way of thinking, that one way of accepting things. And I'm hearing something about community. Maybe for some of you, I'm also receiving a message about how things would look in your community as well, for some reason. So maybe this new relationship wouldn't go down well with people in your community. That's also what I'm feeling and hearing. This could be representing church, a spiritual community where something would not be accepted. There's something that you're very passionate about, something that you'd really love to do. And for some of you, this could look really bad to a spiritual community, a certain ethnic group, a certain culture, a certain religion. I'm also hearing that message as well. But it's definitely something that this is a huge learning curve for you, because this is a true test of strength, because this is going to require you it's going to require you having a lot of inner strength, and to also just follow your passions, follow your dreams, follow what you love to do, and not give a damn what anyone else thinks. Who cares what anyone else thinks? How is it going to look to others? Well, who cares? It's your journey. This is when that balance comes in, because you're going to be, that's why we're seeing that Justice card as well as the Two of Cups. They're really wanting you to put down these burdens, put down the weight of this overthinking. It's really going to be, it's going to be a true test of strength for you. This is, oh, look at that. I just want to see the star from the bottom of the deck. This is really going to put you in alignment with who you are. And, you know, you see the star there. The star's about aligning with who you truly are. And then we see the Hierophant. This is you learning those valuable life lessons. And at the top there is the light. This is you stepping into your light. This is you living your purpose for you and nobody else. Some of you have really got to work on dropping your ego. And I mean that in the kindest way. We all work with our ego in many ways. Every one of us does. And if they tell you they don't, they're telling porkies, because it's not true. We have 2 more cards coming out there. And we've got the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Look at this. Once you really step into who you really are, what you really want, once you follow your passions and your desires, look at this. Both of these energies just look so light and free and full of love. It's going to bring in a very liberated, happy feeling. It's going to be something that's brand new for you. And it's for you. It's for nobody else. And this in itself is going to be so liberating. It's going to set you free. It's something, this definitely is something you're very, very passionate about. We've got the Knight of Cups. So it's something that, this is something your heart desires. This is something that's going to put you in balance. It's going to put you in union with yourself. You're going to find such unity within. Page of Wands. Again, this is something that you're very, very passionate about. Something that, I don't know, there's just like this, there's just this really fresh, brand new energy. Like, it's almost like you're just going to start your life all over again from the beginning. And it's a really lovely, light, freeing energy. I love it. And it feels so happy and relieving. You're going to feel a sense of relief as well. This is really beautiful. Very, very, this really kickstarts a very passionate, determined you. A fun-loving, passionate, brand new you. And oh my gosh, look at that. The sun. This really is going to bring in complete happiness for you. It's going to be that sense of completion. It's going to put an end to the overwhelm and how things will look. This is you living your life purpose. Look how similar these cards are. Look how free your energy is in these both cards. So liberating and free. It's absolutely beautiful. So let's take a look and see what your angel message is. What message do you have for Leo, please? To close out their reading. Oh, you've got 2 cards. And we have yes and wait. So the yes card is lovely. And I feel like that is in response to these 2 cards we were just discussing. So yes, this is going to be very liberating, very freeing. Yes, this is going to plunge you towards your happiness. But I also feel that this wait card is just reminding you to not move too quickly. Because you've been in such an overwhelm and it's been very exhausting, it can be really tempting to move very quickly out of this situation. So I feel like this wait card is really just reminding you to move slowly. And I'm really being drawn back to the 7 of Swords. So this wait is representing the need to strategize. So you may need to, definitely, you obviously need to work on your ways of thinking and really look at releasing the exhaustion of this, of the overwhelming thoughts you have beginning this. But also this wait card is really encouraging you to bide your time, find ways of controlling your ways of thinking as well. So you may need to seek more information into ways of doing that, especially if you go through life really more on a thought process. And this is why you're being guided to pay attention to your intuition, because when you flow through life much easily, when you pay attention to your intuition and you pay attention to those nudges that you're receiving from your guides, it's much more helpful on your process. It's much more liberating. It is really freeing, because you're not letting your mind control the way. You're not restricting yourself. And the card on the bottom there is the death and rebirth. So yeah, you probably really will feel quite a transformation from this, because you're going to go from one way of being to another. So wait, bide your time, really work on balancing out your mindset, definitely. And then that really helps you move into that place of alignment. It helps you become one with yourself. You'll have control over your thoughts, but at the same time, you'll listen to your intuition, pay attention to that, and move through your life much more easily. So that's your reading, Virgo. I hope this helps, and I will see you in the next one. Love and blessings.